That's how Demolition Man begins, not just on screen, but in memory. Imagine for a moment being locked in time, frozen between two eras. You awaken to a world that has changed in ways you can't yet comprehend. That's the haunting core of Demolition Man, 1993. But today, decades later, that film itself feels like it's being thawed, reopened, revisited, repurposed. New life is stirring, and its secrets are ready to whisper again. Silence gives way to static, then to a single light. In that glare, a man steps forward. John Spartan, the cop out of time. He's cold, bewildered, determined. Across from him, Simon Phoenix, the criminal unleashed, hair aflame, grin wide. Their clash is etched into pop culture. Yet hidden between the punches, behind the neon glint, lie shadows fewer see. Today, we push past the surface. We tell you the secrets you never noticed, and reveal how Demolition Man is bursting back into Hollywood's current. The 4K remaster, the streaming revival, the whispers of a sequel. These aren't just headlines. Their breath returning to a slumbering legend. And so we begin. The world remembers the destruction, the fight sequences, the futuristic satire, the three mysterious shells. Yet what you didn't always see, how the film was haunted by its own ambition. Visual overload balanced with satire, narrative compromises, corporate pressures. Take the remaster. Late in 2024, fans finally got what they've longed for. Demolition Man restored to Ultra HD Blu-ray. At the center of that release is not just polish, but dual versions. The Taco Bell cut, the Pizza Hut cut, side by side. Every frame, every alternate moment, every subtle tone shift, now visible. Suddenly, that odd dialogue in the Taco Bell version, that trimmed gag in the Pizza Hut version, little decisions exposed. The film is no longer opaque. It invites re-examination, and the timing couldn't be more charged. In mid-2025, Demolition Man was added to streaming platforms, opening it to a generation that may not remember VHS, but will feel everything in crystal clarity. New eyes, new theories, new fandom, the cyclone begins again. Alongside that resurgence, talk of a sequel has edged closer to reality. Stallone himself has confirmed development is underway. Rumor has it, Wesley Snipes is expected to return. The whispers say the sequel will lean harder into science fiction. Time paradoxes, identity, perhaps even alternate dimensions. But not everyone is certain. The original director has publicly cast doubt, warning that creative and studio challenges often bury sequels long before cameras roll. And here's the twist. Demolition Man wasn't free from its own financial wars. Stallone once sued Warner Brothers over the film's profits, a quiet legal struggle that reveals how even the most beloved films are tangled in commerce. Now, as the franchise revives, the ghosts of those battles linger, reminding us fame is never pure. So here we stand, a restored original, a reborn audience, and a sequel possibility that whispers through Hollywood's back rooms. That is the stage. And now, behind that stage curtain, the untold stories begin. You watch the data flicker on a screen. Concept vehicles, styled sets, scribbled notes in the margins. In this zone, the film is less myth, more machinery. In early production, Demolition Man carried wild ambitions. The design team built more than 20 fiberglass replicas of futuristic patrol cars. They persuaded city officials to let them demolish real buildings, crafting explosion craters in precise choreography. They stretched a planned 72-day shoot into 112 days of tension, delay, and creative wrangling. The visual spectacle comes with a cost: exhaustion, budget overrun, cut scenes, and sometimes morale bitten by compromise. On set, Stallone's brute force presence collided with Brambilla's sleek visualism. Snipes brought manic energy. The film genre walked. Was it satire? Action? Dystopian warning? Actors and crew reportedly argued over tone. Some scenes were rewired late, others trimmed, others reshaped by studio execs. The glossy future sometimes gave way to narrative fissures, abrupt tonal shifts, characters underexplored, questions left dangling. One of those dangling threads, the infamous 3 shells. The film never explains how they work. Behind the scenes, several crew members admitted there was no functional explanation. It started as a joke placeholder, then stuck. But that absence became fertile soil. Fans speculated endlessly. Countless articles, blogs, memes. The shells became a small myth, a micro-mystery in a film of grand ones. Then there's casting. Long before filming, Stallone proposed Jackie Chan to play Simon Phoenix. Chan declined, uncomfortable stepping into villainy, so the role went to Wesley Snipes. That decision reshaped the film's tone. Chan would have brought martial arts finesse, but Snipes delivered anarchic charisma. As recent as 2025, entertainment journalists still cite that casting near miss as a pivotal pivot in Demolition Man's DNA. Another secret, a very early, virtually forgotten cameo by an unknown actor, credited as Wasteland Scrap Number 2. That actor was Jack Black. Yes, in those grim, underground scenes, you can blink and almost miss him. Now, decades later, fans spot him and it becomes a moment of astonishment. How many great names first breathed in these background breaths? Narrative bones also carry nearly buried ideas. Daniel Waters, one of the original writers, once sketched a sequel where Spartan would have a daughter, aged naturally while he was frozen, so she'd emerge older than him. The tension of that inversion still circulates in sequel rumors. It suggests that beyond the explosions lies emotional weight. How do you return to life when life marches on without you? Even the film's prophetic resonance has teeth. During the COVID era, countless fans noted how Demolition Man's dystopian hygiene protocols, no handshakes, strict sanitization, felt eerily prescient. The film's sanitized future, originally thought comedic exaggeration, became a mirror to real fears of contagion. Suddenly, Demolition Man was no longer speculative but resonant. New audiences streaming it in 2025 experience that echo freshly, the satire biting sharper. Today, those behind the remastering process have hinted that the renewed interest isn't just archival care. It's signaling this world matters. The studio may be auditioning the franchise's return. The film is being tested for relevance, for viability, for resurrection. So when the sequel cameras roll, they won't shoot in a vacuum. They'll inherit all this tension, creative ghosts, fiscal scars, fan expectations. Will they resolve that daughter idea? Expand the three shells? Lean further into prophecy? The weight is heavy, and the people behind it all, Stallone, Snipes, creatives dormant for decades, carry the burden. They're not starting fresh. They're returning to a legacy that demands recalibration. This phase between then and next, that's the hidden story. The part you don't see in trailers but feel in hesitation, in fan blogs, in press rooms, in legal filings. It's the friction between nostalgia and ambition, between what was and what could be. Now the camera tilts back. The lights dim. You feel the horizon. What will Demolition Man mean in 2032? How will a sequel, if it arrives, echo or correct the first? When new viewers press play, will they see absurd futurism or prophetic warning? Whatever comes next, Demolition Man already survives. The restored film, the streaming resurgence. They've reclaimed its place. It's in conversations again. It's in meme threads. It's in speculation lists. It's in the hearts of fans old and new. And that is more than nostalgia. It's testimony to a film that refused to be still. A film that carried secrets deep into ice, only to thaw into relevance again. Let the three shells haunt you anew. Let the restored frames flicker. Let new generation question, what did we miss the first time? And whether time can be undone or only returned to, changed. In the end, Demolition Man is more than a movie. It's a mirror of power, control, memory, identity. Whoever writes the next chapter must reckon with the one before. And so do you, the viewer. When the freezer door opens, what will walk through it?